There's still a lot of confusion out there about Microsoft Copilot, ChatGPT licenses and what you should get for your team. So let's go through that and tidy it up. I'm not going to say once and for all because we'll tidy it up for now, October 2025, and it will change in a few months. But let's see what's in there right now. So I'll start with Copilot. I'll go through the 3 different ways you can use it, and then I'll go to ChatGPT. So let's start with Copilot. There are 3 ways that we can use Microsoft Copilot. One is Copilot Chat, that's free for anyone on the web. The second is the Copilot that's included in our Microsoft environment, in our Microsoft license that we're already paying. And the third is when we purchase the extra Microsoft 365 Copilot. Let's look at the differences between them, and then I'll go ChatGPT. Option 1 is Microsoft Copilot Chat, free on the web. This is it. I'm not logged into anything. I went to copilot.microsoft.com and I can have chats with AI, create images, all the jazz. It's like using the free ChatGPT or the free Perplexity or the free Claude or the free any one of those other AIs. It's probably not as good as some of the others. So I'm not sure why you would use this. My verdict here is no, not the free one. If you're going to use a free product, go use ChatGPT or Claude. Good thing starts happening when I log in. So I went again to copilot.microsoft.com and I've got the option here to log in to my work account. When I'm logged in to Microsoft Copilot with my work account, the first thing that pops up beautifully here is this green shield. And this green shield is telling me that my chats are protected by enterprise data protection. And I recommend you click that and have a bit of a read. And what you'll find, and I'm not giving you legal advice, most people find that they are then comfortable sharing with Copilot whatever they were comfortable sharing with Microsoft to begin with. So if you're using Copilot that is built into your Microsoft environment because you went onto Copilot and you logged in, signed in with your business account, people are comfortable uploading documents, even those that have confidential information and client information. I'm not giving you legal advice, but this is what I see people doing based on this protection. And when you click into it, you can read more about it, which I suggest you do. So using Copilot that is built into your Microsoft environment, so Copilot when you're logged in with your Microsoft business account, not personal, business account, is a good choice if you don't have anywhere else that you're allowed to use AI with confidential information. Now, when you do that, it will look slightly different to what you're seeing here because I also have option number 3, Copilot for Microsoft 365, and you can see it up here on the top. And you can see that I have the work and web options. This tells us that my Copilot also has the 365 connector, which is an extra subscription of about 45 Australian a month or 30 US a month per person. And that connects my Copilot into my office environment, into my emails, my calendar, my Teams messages, my SharePoint files, my OneDrive files, my everything. And that means that I can ask a question here about a client or about a project or about something that I'm working on, and it will be grounded in information from all of that context, from my work. I can also do just web or just work or a combination of them, researching a client, what the web says about them, what my files say about them, or a combination. I also get more functions here. For example, Researcher, which is the deep research option of Microsoft Copilot, is very loved and is, even if it's just for that, it's probably worth upgrading if Copilot is your environment, if Microsoft is your environment. I have here the option to create notebooks. There's all sorts of things that you don't get, all sorts of functions and capabilities that you don't get in the Copilot that's just built into your Microsoft environment. But overall, this is your top option with Copilot. And finally, there's Copilot in the Microsoft apps, in Excel, Word, PowerPoint, so it lives on the side here as a side panel inside my spreadsheet. It used to be that this was just available for those of us who had the connector to 365, the extra subscription. Now it's available to any Microsoft business user. So when I chat with it here, it understands this document. Or I could go to the chat, to Copilot chat, and upload this document. So when I'm on the Microsoft Copilot, logged in with my business account, whether or not I have the 365 connector, I have the ability to use Copilot in my apps now. So should you pay for the extra subscription of 365? I think that if you don't have any other sophisticated AI, you should, and you should give it to all your team, because they will enjoy not having to use search in Outlook, which is not a great experience, and being able to ask Copilot for information across their work, ask it what's outstanding in their email, ask it what's going on with a project, ask it what they worked on today for their timesheet. Yes, you can do that today with other products like ChatGPT. You can connect it to Outlook, but do you want to do that and expose all your data? I think that's a bigger step. So these are your options with Copilot. Let's look at ChatGPT. Now let's look at ChatGPT. With ChatGPT, for most of us, there are 3 relevant options: the free one, the plus one, and the business one down here. The free one is great for anything you want to do that does not involve confidential information. Like, we never use free accounts for anything confidential. Free account is fantastic. It includes advanced voice mode and a lot of great options. My dad uses it when he's in his garden to look at the trees and the plants and get gardening advice. Fantastic for that. For business, I think you should go with the business edition, and I'll tell you why. So there's the Plus edition, which I call the personal one. With the Plus edition, you're paid and you've got options to allow or not allow OpenAI to train on your data. But with the business edition, you don't have these options. Your team members cannot opt in to allow OpenAI to train on their data. They also can't share chats externally. They can share it amongst themselves with people in the same business account, but not externally. And that's how some data leaks happened, or data breaches happened, when people on a Plus account shared chats externally that had confidential information in them. And also now the ChatGPT allows to connect third-party apps and use ChatGPT on information in those apps, like Outlook. We can allow ChatGPT access to Outlook, for example, to search through our emails. With the team edition, or with the business edition, the workspace administrator controls which connectors are allowed and not allowed. With the Plus edition, every user chooses for themselves. So yes, it's a bit cheaper. It's $20 a month US and not $30 a month US. So you're paying a bit more, but you're getting more control over what your users are doing, and you're safer in terms of data confidentiality. So which one is better? We're going to talk about that another time. But for now, I just want to make sure that if you're guiding your team to use Microsoft Copilot, you can let them know that if they're signed in with their business account, they're probably safe using it with client information. Check that green shield and decide for yourself. If you want to give them even more, Copilot for 365. That's an additional license, which will give them the connector to their office environment and files and make everything grounded in their work. And it will give them additional advanced functionality like Researcher, which is very loved, and other things as well. If you're going to go ChatGPT, and you want to buy that for your team, you're going to give them the business edition. If it's just for yourself, you can go Plus, because you can trust yourself to turn off the right things. But if you're giving it to your team, you want to go the business edition. There are your options. Yes, there are other options. There's Claude, there's Perplexity, there's more. But if we want to be where the majority are, this is what most are doing in professional services today. They're using ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot, and increasingly Microsoft Copilot these days. We'll do another video on that. Have fun.